Can you believe that Cyriel Dessers, who wears the number 9 in his back, has gone on there as a substitute and isn't ashamed of the fact that the goalkeeper has taken a penalty in front of him? One of the five in regulation.
Keith, sorry to jump in, but Scott Cairns, watching on Facebook, had a great comment. A penalty? I wouldn't trust Dessers playing my ball in my garden. They end up with no Indies left.
Dear.
Sorry, Cyriel, but aye.
But it's, to me, it's unfathomable. And if you're an outfield player, you've got to be utterly embarrassed if you're not taking a penalty before the goalkeeper.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, we're talking about Rangers seeking clarification about this award. I think they need to seek clarification. Why did he not put himself forward for it? This is a £4 million plus striker.
Brilliant penalty from Jack Butland.
By the way, terrific penalty kick. I mean, he must do that in training. But I mean, a £4 million plus centre forward who, am I right in saying he was top scorer in the Europa League a couple of seasons ago? Played in Italy, played in top level in Holland. Why is he not put his hand up for a penalty kick? I mean, it does think what's if he has basically said I don't want to take one. I genuinely think that January comes and says right, bags, Offski. I think they're at a point maybe with him anyway, Rangers. But in that environment, it's
almost a contractual breach, isn't it?
It is.
No, I don't want to hit a penalty. You're a striker, mate.
Your striker's got to put his. I mean, it's like contrast. I mean, I think Callum McGregor took a penalty. It doesn't take them very often. Yeah. It's like, well, can I got?
And fair play.
Can I got to take one?
Fair play to Tavernier for standing up and taking the first one and doing it expert as well.
I mean, by the way, listen, Ridvan's Yilmaz has missed the penalty kick. The kids had the stones to go up and say, the fourth penalty kick in a cup final, I'll go and take one. Young kid who is, listen, fair play.
I think it's criminal, but you know, and this is the point, right? And I was making this point about how big is the gap. Celtic's mindset is one of the key differentials here. Callum McGregor is a born winner, never lost a final, and he drives the dressing room, and he brings the others with him, and they all buy into the same mindset. See if you've got players that are going hiding in a cup final against your oldest rivals and don't want to take a penalty kick in a shootout. Well, that tells you everything about the mindset that is inside far too many of the heads of far too many Rangers players. And that is a problem. And it's another reason why we're talking about this gap. How big is the gap? How big do you want it to be? Because Celtic have almost a frenzied pathological fear of not winning. And Rangers, do they care? Are they quite... do you know what? We all had a lovely day. It was a great cup final and everybody had a nice time. Yeah. And we almost did okay.
Yeah, that can't be allowed to be the mentality. I said, I don't want to sound like Roy Keane, but it's his job. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's
what I'm saying. I mean, it's a breach of contract.
I mean, that's his job to put the ball in the back of the net. So, listen, there might be a reason. There might have been that he was... I don't know, a bit sore or whatever it is. I don't know, but even again,
he was only on the park for about 15 minutes.
That's the thing. I don't understand.
And he somehow managed to look more tired than some of the guys that have been on for 120 minutes before him.
I don't particularly. I don't understand it. I don't know what the thought process is behind that one at all.
Let me jump in, guys, with a couple of comments. Rangers, is he okay? Don't want to see Dessers again. Sums up his mentality. We're critical of Tab, but he stood up and took one. Butland did as vice-captain. But to put the backup left-back before you was shameful. I mean, that's a good point, because we're talking about Butland, but Yilmaz as well went ahead of Dessers.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
You've got experienced pros there that you know, big earners, they're meant to take the responsibility in the key moments. And people shirked that one there.
Yeah.
To such an extent that is, you know, Easy Ozzy, whatever as he says there, you've got a second choice left back taking the fourth penalty kick, and you've got people hiding.
I mean, he's about 29, 30 years old. He's not a kid either. Yeah. I mean, he's experienced European striker.
And by the way, you're fresh. You're just off the bench.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Dessers and Dow here. You should be fresher than everybody else. There are people. If you'd asked Raskin to walk from the halfway line to the penalty spot, I think he might have collapsed before he got the ball, because he was absolutely done in. But Dessers, Dow, these guys should be fresh and full of running. Yeah. Where were they?
It's opportunity, isn't it? I know. Listen, penalty shootouts. I mean, I don't. I mean, obviously not professional player. I don't know how they would. I think I'd be soiling myself in the middle of the pitch, shaking and all that. I mean, this is when you have the mentality to take one. It's So fair play for it. All you guys stepping up. But if you're a 30 grand a week striker, go and get yourself a penalty kick and put it back in the net.
Yeah.
At least give it a go. No, it's unacceptable, isn't it?